Shopping, working, and relaxing online can attract various digital threats. To improve your protection against them, just turn on NordVPN. This cybersecurity app will block web trackers and malware-infected sites. It will also encrypt your internet traffic without losing a smooth connection. Get NordVPN now. NordVPN, cybersecurity built for every day.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm pleased to be joined by Mickel Miller. We'll start with Louis Reynolds from BBC Radio Leeds.
Thank you, Mickel. Good to see you, and good to see you back.
Good to be back.
Talk us through that moment coming back on Saturday.
It was a big relief for myself, for the physios as well. It's been a long run, but obviously it's good to be back, and good to be back at the right time, to be honest.
How are you feeling after Saturday in terms of recovering from those minutes?
Not too bad, you know. I thought I was going to feel a lot worse. Body's not too bad, obviously. Just got to take it game by game, build up my minutes, but get match fit as quick as possible, and yeah, it'll be okay.
Talk us through that time out. It must have been hard. Like, who was there to support you? How did you get through it?
Oh yeah, it was a tough time. Obviously, getting injured the way I got injured was frustrating because there's nothing you can do, but at that time I had obviously a newborn on the way, so I think that kind of masked it a bit. But then obviously as time goes on, you got to knuckle down, focus, and think, yeah, you need to hurry up back, get back on the pitch so you can be there for your team. And yeah, I want to take the hats off to the physios and that, because they helped me along the journey. I know it wasn't easy. I was asking them how long every day, but yeah, they were patient with me.
Well, you say that, and you said it was a relief getting back on the pitch. I bet with a spell like that on the sidelines, week by week, you're just wishing you're playing.
Oh, 100%. It's like hard for everyone, isn't it? You just want to be out there and help. So like watching and you know that you're less helpless it's hard to watch.
In terms of saying you feel like you've come back at the right time, it is going to be tight, isn't it, in terms of getting into those playoff spots? Do you feel you can impact that running?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I feel like it's a crucial time because obviously, like you said, it's tight down there at the moment. But I feel like we can defo, if we know what we have together as a team, and I know obviously I can add to that. Being out for so long, it's kind of like having a new signing again, isn't it? So yeah, I definitely feel like I can help the team.
No pressure on you?
No, but I don't like to put pressure on myself. But you know, as long as I think everyone just wants to see us give it us our all. So as long as you go out there, work as hard as you can, then I think everyone can't fault your effort.
While you were out, the club made a change in the head coach department. How have you found working under interim head coach Jon Worthington?
Oh yeah, obviously I've just come back, so I haven't seen much because I ain't been in training too much. But from what I've seen, like, he has kick-started the boys again, give us a little bit of, like, I don't know, new air, I would say. So yeah, all he wants is us to do is express ourselves. So yeah, it's good. What's
been his message to you in terms of your recovery and coming back into the fold?
To be fair, he's just kept it really brief with me. He's like, he knows what I'm about, he knows what I can do, he's seen my clips, he's seen me play, and he's just like, you just go out there and you do what you do best and just add your experience to the game.
You already had notched up a few assists before you got your injury. I take it that's a massive part of your game, getting up, getting forward and getting those balls into the box, which at times Town have missed when you've been away.
Oh yeah, definitely my side of the game now. I prefer to obviously assist, but I would say that we struggled a little bit with that because obviously Ruben's added to that now, so it was crucial getting him in at the right time. But yeah, I just feel like I just bring something different to everyone else. That's all.
And with Ruben and also Lass on the other side as well, in terms of getting forward and playing in that system, do you look to each other for advice, a bit of extra motivation? Is there anything in the camp where it's like, I'm going to get more assists than you? How's your relationship with them?
My relationship with them is good, you know. I don't think no one looks at anyone to say that, oh, I'm going to get more assists than you or goals or anything like that. I think we all know within ourselves it's probably like a little bit of like friendly competition, but I think we all like are there for each other. We always encourage each other and just remind each other because we've had a little bit of a tough spell, haven't we? So just need to remind everyone that we are good players. Like, everyone is a good player. It's just obviously football's played in a confidence thing. So yeah.
Whenever you speak to the head coach or your teammates, it's all about focusing on yourself. Tomorrow night, Wycombe come here. Reading and Bolton are also playing. Those spots are getting bunched up. It's even more imperative that you focus on yourself and deliver the goods tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. You never do well when you're focusing on everyone else and not your team. So all you can do is take care of your team, what you're doing, how you perform, and see how the rest goes.
And if you do get the result, Wycombe have been up there going for automatics all season. That'd be some statement, wouldn't it, to the rest of those chasing pack that you're still in this fight?
Oh, definitely. I think for everyone, they just want to see that we want it as much as we say we want it. So going out there tomorrow and getting a result will show everyone and speak louder than anything.
And I guess for you personally, we appreciate it's a team game. You've got teammates and the coaching staff. But if you did come back and manage to get in those playoffs, and who knows what happens, that would be the perfect end to a really difficult season for you.
Oh, definitely. Like that's like the main objective right now is obviously getting in playoffs and going the whole way. So head down now, focus on these last few games and see what we can do.
Good luck for it tomorrow.
Thank
Nice
you.
to see you back.
See you.
Cheers, Louis. We'll just come to Stephen Chicken from Wyatt Terriers.
Hi, Mickel. Good to have you back.
Thank you.
Just wondering how you're feeling about, and you touched on it a little bit with Louis, but, the style of play that Jon Worthington has implemented. Do you feel that suits your sort of dynamism, your strengths?
I would, because Worthy is very an attacking-minded manager. So every day in training, from when I was watching to now being involved, it's just about when you get in the ball, like play forward. Don't think about playing sideways or backwards. If you can play forward, and when you're in that final third, he knows we're good players, so he just tries to encourage us to enjoy it, go out there, beat players, and show your ability, basically.
And you mentioned Ruben came in January, basically as cover for you, but Worthy's preferred him higher up the pitch, and I think we saw on Saturday. We wondered, can the two of you play together? I think we saw on Saturday that you can. You really helped open up that flank for him, which then led to his goal and assist. That must be pleasing to come on and make an impact like that.
Oh, yeah, it was nice to obviously be back, make the impact that I did. But also, playing alongside Ruben, it was good because he's got the versatility to obviously, if I go forward, he can cover for me. If he goes forward, I can cover for him. So it's like the best of both worlds, really. And it gives a lot of other teams something else to think about. So it's good playing with everyone.
That's all from me. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you both. We'll be back shortly with interim head coach Jon Worthington.
Shopping, working, and relaxing online can attract various digital threats. To improve your protection against them, just turn on NordVPN. This cybersecurity app will block web trackers and malware-infected sites. It will also encrypt your internet traffic without losing a smooth connection. Get NordVPN now. NordVPN, cybersecurity built for every day.
Tomorrow's game is the first of 4 friendly internationals for Northern Ireland before the start of the qualifiers in September, as manager Michael O'Neill tries to plot a path to take this young team to what would be a first World Cup finals in 40 years.
Growing up, every boy's dream is to play for Northern Ireland. From Belfast, it's such a small country, and I would say it's a very close country. Nearly everyone supports Northern Ireland's national team, so to be able to actually grow up and play for Northern Ireland means so much. Get so much support from my friends and people, even like my school teachers and stuff. Everyone's just so proud and happy for me.
What's the process like when you call up? I know obviously when you're playing through the academy ages, but then how does that come about? Is it a phone call, is it an email? And then once you're notified, what's the process like between then and coming to the camp like you are now?
Yeah, so when I very first got called up, it was a phone call. The manager rang me just to basically say, I didn't even have his number saved or anything. I didn't even know who it was, didn't know anything about it. So I was obviously a big shock, and it was just to ring me just to basically say, yeah, you'll be getting called up before I just want to tell you person to person before you receive your email. And then obviously you just receive your email just saying congratulations and your itinerary and stuff of what you'll be doing, and yeah, from there it's just you're waiting until you meet up with a team. And I can remember just being so nervous for like 2 weeks just before I meet up and meet everyone. You know, there's players you've grew up watching, and to know you're going to be training with them and playing with them in a few weeks' time was just a mad feeling, like.
And playing for Cliftonville, which is close by, you're almost playing in the shadow of Windsor Park.
Yeah. I'd say it's a very small place. You know, every team's very close, and even playing for Cliftonville is a very, very great team. You know, they really did help me progress, and I made that step across the water a lot easier.
So, in my former job, I was the elite performance director of the Irish FA, and part of my job, the principal aim of my job, was to set up a programme for the best young players in Northern Ireland and try and give them, or create a pathway with the clubs to England, professional life in England. And Brodie would have been one of the first players that actually entered into the full residential at Jordanstown.
No, Jim obviously had a big part to play in my career in the early years. You know, being with Northern Ireland setup, from young. Not only did he help me, but the rest of the lads, you know, wherever they ended up going across the water or not, it's just help you with the fundamental life skills. You know, what it takes to take that step from being a young boy into a man, and taking that next step in life, and really just making sure you know how important it is that every day you're the best that you can be.
What stood out was his unbelievable energy, his fantastic athleticism. It was a case of finding a position for Brodie, because he had this boundless energy to play in midfield. He had also this boundless energy to play in a fullback area, and it was his competitiveness, it was his aggression, and those were the ingredients that really first caught the eye, and we were certain that he could play initially at international football for Northern Ireland at under 15 and under 16.
Yeah, it's a bit mad to be fair, especially when, you know, you get called up with a few of the lads who you've grew up for the academy ranks with. You know, you've came for the age group since like 14, 15 together, and then just all being in the senior team at the same time, it's just a mad feeling. Sometimes it doesn't even feel like real, you know what I mean? Like, you can remember just being like 14, 15-year-old lads just hoping and trying your hardest to get into senior level. Now that we're here, it's just like a relief, sort of, you know, that we finally made it happen. So yeah, it's a great feeling.
But Brodie Spencer is a classic example of a player who had this unbelievable appetite, incredible discipline, and the sheer enthusiasm. People tend to get caught up in the games, but it's actually the enthusiasm to play the game.
Okay, boys, into the red. Look at yourself. Bang, pull him in. Little bang, pull him in. Good, little shift. Good. And you're right,
yeah, no, apart from just... Yes.
There is excitement, you know. This is a really good group to work with. It's a young group which is keen to learn. It has a lot to learn still, and you know, we're excited obviously by the challenge of the game and the opposition. The thing that probably Brodie has over them all is that he is asked to do that at his club a little bit as well. I've seen him playing various positions for his club. But we have a problem. We don't have a natural left-sided player that's fit. Jamal Lewis is not fit. hasn't been fit all season. So that's a problem area of the pitch for us. So like Brodie's come and played there and done extremely well. He has played there for his club, and so we having adaptability is important, but.
There's nothing really left to say.
No, I agree. Yeah, I can't repeat myself again. Do you not think his accent's changed?
There's no American twang.
He came out and thought he was G-Man.
You go to live?
So can you just give us a bit of background about Brodie, Callum, how have they developed in the squad and how are they performing?
I think within the context of this current squad, there's been so many young players have come through that have got their opportunity maybe earlier than they would have envisaged. Brodie, as we touched on in the press conference, has played right back, left wing back, left wing back. Obviously he's playing centre back as well for Huddersfield. Fans love him because he's just full of energy. Callum's the same, probably slightly younger in his development maybe, but was really highly rated coming through at Linfield, made his debut I think as 15, 16 year old, and he went to West Ham and maybe it hasn't quite worked out the way he'd wanted to, but he's getting regular game time now and you can see him improving. Again, Michael touched on it, athleticism and energy, and that's what this squad's all about, and the two guys really encapsulate that.
It seems like there's quite a lot of excitement going into a big year with World Cup qualifiers. How much of a role do those two, Brodie and Callum, and I suppose Dion as well, how much of a role do they play in this squad? Yeah, well, and Dion's probably your number one striker, a bit more experience. He scored goals wherever he's been, continues to do that. Unfortunately, obviously, he's missing this camp, but the three guys, again, Dion, even though he's slightly older, the whole energy aspect of it, coupled with the likes of your Conor Bradley, Trey Hume, the other young guys that are in the squad, Dan Ballard, even who's still very young, playing centre back for Sunderland. There's a real excitement about squads that Michael O'Neill seems to build, and a lot of people will look back to Euro 2016. It was the first time we qualified for a major tournament in 30 years. So when Michael comes back in, then everybody sort of always harks back to that. It's taken a bit of maybe a slower process this time because so many retirements of senior players, but this generation could potentially be peaking at the right time. World Cup 2026 might come a little bit too soon. That would be an added bonus if they were able to qualify for that, but the next Euros in 2028 is something that really, probably at that stage, if Michael's still here, should be qualifying for. So there's no pressure on the players at the moment. They're getting elite level game time, playing against really good opposition, and the future's bright. Everybody over here is excited, so hopefully they can follow through and recapture the glories, I suppose, of Euro 2016.
Yeah, it's his maturity, it's his growth. First of all, Huddersfield deserve immense credit because they've given the boy a platform to go and play. He's playing regularly, which is really, really important, which then gives him an unbelievable opportunity to go and play for Mickel's senior international team. So when he makes his debut, you feel a small part of, obviously a huge pride, but you played a small part in his development, and you're trying to ingrain the qualities that are needed to play at that level. And he was certainly one that you knew that if he was given the opportunity and the right environment, that he could go on and do it.
You talk about opportunity. We hear stories from the players' side about the initial call-up. What is it like from your side? What was that initial call or text to Brodie like?
Yeah, to be fair, you always refer back to your own personal experience. And when I got the first international call-up back in black and white days, it was huge pride. There was an immense pleasure in that, of course, joy. You think about all the people that have helped you get to that point. But really what stands out is, can you go on and have a career? And this is the first part of hopefully a long career for Brodie. He's playing at a very, very good club. He's playing competitive football every week. And that then gives you the confidence to go and step into the international arena, which he has taken to really, really well.
You touched on your personal experience there. You had a pretty similar start to Brodie, where you were over in England at such a young age.
Yeah.
Did you sort of give him some good advice about that?
I think what we did initially, he was around really good coaches here, and the coaches here had all had experience in England. Declan Devine was here. David Healy started off in the programme, Darren Murphy, Pascal Vodakin. So he had a really good foundation. The coaches at his club helped develop that as well. I think the turning point for us was obviously the programme, the games programme we put in place for him. So for these lads, it was the confidence to go out and play, and also when he went into the residential, it was an important aspect for him to understand he's living away, even though it was only up the road, but it was important that he got that sort of first start and of what it takes to be a professional footballer. And we all felt that if he got that opportunity, he would succeed.
Shopping, working, and relaxing online can attract various digital threats. To improve your protection against them, just turn on NordVPN. This cybersecurity app will block web trackers and malware-infected sites. It will also encrypt your internet traffic without losing a smooth connection. Get NordVPN now. NordVPN, cybersecurity built for every day.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm pleased to be joined by interim head coach Jon Worthington. We'll start again with Louis Reynolds from BBC Radio Leeds.
John, good to see you. Coming off the back of Saturday, how are numbers looking? How are bodies? Do you have any fresh concerns going into tomorrow's game?
No, I don't think we've got any major concerns. I think the squad will be pretty similar to the weekend, so yeah, pretty much unscathed.
We've just been speaking to Mickel Miller. He said it was great to be back. He's hoping to impact the run-in. What did you make to Mickel coming back, and on a personal note, just seeing him back in the fold?
Yeah, I think for everyone, I think really pleased. He's been out for a long time, so to get him back on the pitch, I think it gives everyone a boost. But also, I think the level of performance when he came in was very, very good and very high considering the length of time he's been out. So I think overall, everyone's really pleased.
Yeah, what extra does he bring to the team?
I think it's pretty clear what he brings. His athleticism, he can go past people. So I think he's got a lot of strengths that allow you to be on the front foot, allow you to get up the pitch very quickly.
Has he been a big miss?
I think you would say he's been a miss just because of how he's performed earlier on in the season, and I think everyone's seen those strengths earlier in the season. So yeah, a player of that calibre absolutely is always going to be a miss to the squad.
He described himself to us as possibly like a new signing. That's a way of putting a bit of pressure on himself, isn't it?
Yeah, but I like that. He's a confident guy, and he shows that in the way he plays. And I love all that.
Another standout from Saturday, Ben Wiles' performance, a goal and an assist, a really well taken goal as well. It seemed at times this season when Ben Wiles plays well, the team plays well. What kind of impact does he have on that team?
I think he's a talented player at this level, especially. I think he can score goals like he has done, but he receives the ball really well between the lines. He can make things happen, and he can have really good decisions in the final third. And I think we saw the best of that on Saturday. So delighted for him.
Coming back into the role, did you have to maybe ask him you wanted to see more from him or anything? How have you gone about managing Ben?
No, I think obviously I know Ben from the previous short spell that I had, and obviously, I'm more than aware of what he's capable of. So I spoke to Ben. He was one of the first people I spoke to when I when I took the role and till the end of the season. And I think I think the snippets that I've seen there are the bits that I know what Ben can do when he's at his best. So I need that to continue.
How did you reflect on Saturday's game? I guess a win was imperative, wasn't it, after the last couple of games? Is that still how you view it?
I think result is the key. It's results at this stage of the season is all that matters. I think the response after the two defeats was good. I didn't think it was ever going to be an easy game against a Mansfield team or any team in this league. So I think the lads, yes, rode a little bit of luck in periods, but also earned that right as well in terms of the way they, the way they tried to implement the things with and without the ball that I'd asked of them. And I think, you saw as well, especially once we got the goal, that the confidence started to really flow and the players really got to express themselves as the game went on.
Do you feel the confidence is coming back? You touched on it there. I know you had those couple of setbacks, but the way you started this role again, the win over Crawley, if these players do have that confidence, then those wins will come. Absolutely.
Good squad, good players with belief, but that's like any group of players. When they've got belief and they get results, then I think that's that can really breathe through the whole squad, and that's something that we need to continue.
And you mentioned there, it's always a bit of a buzz phrase, isn't it? That need to earn the right to win or to be successful. Given there's only a handful of games remaining, if you are going to get into that top six, you certainly are going to have to earn that right, aren't you?
Absolutely, and that's the mentality going into every single game. And I think I've really kind of put the focus and emphasis on the next game, and everything is, don't let your minds wander past the next game. Everything just has to be focused on what we need to do to get the results that we need, which is tomorrow.
And that's going to be imperative. I'm not going to ask you if you're looking at Bolton or Reading's results or the league table, but given it's so tight and they also play tomorrow, it maybe emphasises that just go and focus on yourself and on that next game and control what we can control.
Yeah, and I talk a lot about that. I think it's the controllables, and that's all that we can do. And if we do that, then it'll put us in the best possible position.
What do you make to Wycombe? They're in a little bit of a sticky spell given their standards because they've been in that top two for quite a while. But Town got the better of them earlier on in the season. Is there anything you can take from that game, albeit I know it was before you were in this role, but is there anything you can speak to the players about in terms of that?
I think it looks quite a bit different, especially at home, and what that game did. Obviously, we got a good result down there. They've got a new manager and things like that have changed. There's been quite a lot of change since then. Respect Wycombe for where they are in the league and the players that they've got and their head coach. But I think our focus now is treating this game and what we can do to impact it, and nothing will change from that.
If you are to get 3 points, could that be a bit of a statement to the other chasing pack?
I think so, but again, it's just about us. I don't think we need to make statements and go down that route. I think ultimately we know what we need to do to get a result in the game tomorrow, and that's everything we'll be focusing on.
Best luck for it. Thanks for
Cheers,
your time.
Thank you.
Cheers, Louis. We'll just come to Stephen Chicken from Weat Terriers.
Hi, John. Just a couple of quick ones from me. I think we saw past couple of games, Joe Taylor's been getting a bit frustrated at times. Is there more he can be doing in his game? Is it about getting service to him? How do you get the best out of Joe?
I think I think we can see what Joe is and the type of player he is. Yes, I think with all strikers, regardless of it, is we have to make sure we get them the service. We have to create the opportunities for them, and they have to also create the opportunities themselves in the moments when they come. So I think there's a little bit of twofold on that. I'm not too concerned about any frustrations with him. I think we're all well aware of what he can do and the impact he can have in the team, and I think the focus is not on Joe Taylor. It's a collective, for the attacking players. When we're getting into that final third.
But we talked about this a bit the other day, but the substitutions you made, particularly the first round on Saturday, really helped change the momentum for you. Watching the game back, Dion Charles obviously plays a part in, I think it's the first goal. He was, putting himself about well. He's had some critics since he's arrived at the club, but you must have been pleased with what you saw from him as more of an enabling centre forward on Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he showed what he's capable of and how he can affect the game. So I was really pleased with his contribution as well as the other subs as well. And I think ultimately that's where we're at now. It's and I keep saying this to the group. It's going to be a squad effort. The games aren't going to always be won in the first 30 minutes like at Crawley. It's probably predominantly going to be more at times in the last 30 minutes where people come on and affect and try and change the game and get us the goals required.
I'm sure it's the same for all the lads, but does Dion feel he has an extra point to prove after some of the criticism of him?
I think he's a professional player who knows exactly what he needs to do, and his focus every time he steps onto the pitch will be trying to replicate what he did when he came on yesterday, and that's on Saturday, and that's what his focus will be.
Lovely. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thanks very much, everybody. See you tomorrow evening.
Shopping, working, and relaxing online can attract various digital threats. To improve your protection against them, just turn on NordVPN. This cybersecurity app will block web trackers and malware-infected sites. It will also encrypt your internet traffic without losing a smooth connection. Get NordVPN now. NordVPN, cybersecurity built for every day.